All right, so today we're working on more of a common bread and butter rig. At least that's what I call it because it's the majority of my business is everyday vehicles that are still in circulation. I love working on these old classic cars that are really uncommon, but what pays the bills are these cars. The mom and pop soccer wagons is what I also refer to minivans. So this is a 2005 Sienna XLE. All-wheel drive, pretty good vehicle. See them all over the place. This one is plagued with a lot of electrical problems. You will see that I've got this taillight out here. And the reason I've got the taillight out here, let me open the back, is the brake light circuit kept blowing a fuse. And if you look, here's a taillight here. Here's a taillight. And inside the taillight is a little circuit board connected with two bulbs. And if you look at the difference here, this has got nice shiny aluminum, what do you call that, circuitry, kind of on a printed circuit, but it's not really a printed circuit, it's just printed metal. And this one here is completely corroded. The socket is completely fused together. In other words, the stop light, look in there, it's totally corroded. I also had water get in there at one point in time. The stop light and the running light have fused together and shorted out the brake lights, which is what I suspected. Unfortunately, I had to tear apart all the lights to figure out which one it was. It's this one, so I've got a new one of these on order. So that's getting fixed, but there's a big hole here in the side of the car. I'm gonna put the tailgate down. It's got an automatic tailgate. Goes down by itself. While I had the panel off, I replaced the license plate lights and also the running lights that are within the tailgate itself. But what I want to show you is up here. This car also has the what are called HID, high intensity discharge headlights. In other words, we've got bright, let me turn them on for you. They're kind of a blue. See that? They're the blue high energy discharge lights, and the high beams are the normal incandescents. We'll turn those on, which are the yellow, or the more soft white, you might say. That's the high beam, which is an incandescent bulb. This is the low beam, which is an HID, which is kind of blue. So this car came in last week, and this bulb was out, the low beam headlight, and I thought, okay, I'll just replace the bulb. It's an HID bulb, xenon, $82, I think, for the bulb, and it didn't do a thing. So what I'm going to do is walk through, show you guys how to replace the ballast, because they are a high intensity discharge light. They require a ballast to change the voltage. And so what you would do is simply remove this bolt. I've already got the light somewhat disassembled, which is right here. There's another one here. You have to undo the grill. Let's see if I can do this without dropping everything. Pull this back, and there is one here where this kind of looks like it's red. That's where one of the bolt fasteners are. Then you got to undo the fender. Unfortunately, pull the fender back, and this one here, my finger's kind of pointing at, is the last screw you'll have to undo. The whole light assembly comes out. Let's see if I can do this. And you have to bring it over to the bench like this. Turn it upside down. And the ballast is under a cover underneath the light. This is the new ballast right here. I believe that's about $300 for the ballast. And this is the old one. You can see it's all corroded. All the hardware is rusted. So we're going to replace this ballast with the new ballast. The ballast has a high intensity light cord that goes up to the bulb, and that is just run through the housing and to the back of the bulb. So we're going to pop this out. We've already got the screws out. We'll just thread that out of there and put the new one in and reassemble and see if our light works. All right, so we got the old ballast out of our Sienna, and looking at this thing, man, it is just corroded. Look at that. It is really nasty. I'm pretty certain that's bad. So it takes a little while, but you got to snake this little guy back into the bulb area. Let's go back over here. I got it setting all ready to go. I plugged in the running lights, the fog light, or I should say the driving light, the high beam. Let's turn it on and see if we have our HID lights restored. Just got to turn the headlights on. Okay, yes we do. We have the blue HID light warming up. We have our high beam. We don't have a running light here, which I have to replace that bulb. Oh, it's a little tiny 194 back there. So I'm going to replace that, and it looks like this one's out on the. It looks like this one's out as well. So lots of lighting issues today on our Sienna, but nonetheless, I think the customer's going to be very happy. Once I get these all the bulbs replaced, the little ones, the running lights, which are the side markers, then I'll polish these to clear, and they'll be able to see where they're going at night. So the reverse of installing this light now. You've got one screw here, one up here, and then one hard one behind the fender, or I should say behind the bumper right there. And that should take care of it. That screw hole, you can see right there, that's got to mesh up with that. So thanks for watching. Hope somebody learned something about lighting on their 2005 Toyota Sienna. Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel. You'll see a lot of cool cars and work that we do here.